Hello, welcome back to Ideas in Photography. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've posted. I've been really busy, start of term, but the most important thing I've done as far as this vlog is concerned, I've been to Photokina. Photokina is the big trade fair in Cologne in Germany, and it traditionally happens every 2 years in September. This was actually the last one in September, because from next year it's going to shift to May. And I'm going to give you some of my initial comments about Photokina. The first thing I noticed talking to other photographers was that Capture One appears to be industry standard. Adobe wasn't there, Capture One was, but everyone I spoke to considered that it had to be, as a professional, you use Capture One. At the show, I spoke to Nathan from Fuji, and Nathan reminded me on 24 hours before that event, Capture One was now coping with Fuji cameras with the latest update. So everyone's moving there. The other thing I noted was there was LED lights everywhere. There was hardly any flash. The LED lights there were many different sizes, costs, etc. But they seemed to be there and they seemed to be very nice. So perhaps flash is coming to a cul-de-sac and LED is taking over. Then I went on to 3 main trade stands. I'm going to cover them now. Sigma, Canon and Sony. Now Sigma I thought was very interesting, some really interesting lenses, and clearly they've moved away from being, well, not so expensive lenses. They now are decently priced and they look very high quality. They're pushing it out there, and certainly the people who use them, the master lenses, etc., seem to handle them very well. I didn't see any comments from them, but clearly they were very informative and they've got a good range of lenses, some fast lenses. I then went on to the Canon stand. The Canon is big, it's bouncy, and we saw the latest full frame camera they have. It's very nice, it holds well, and they've got 3 new lenses to go with it. But it is the first frameless camera. It's a 5D Mark IV, basically, in a frameless body without a mirror and a pentaprism. And it seemed to function. I actually quite liked it. I'm a Nikon shooter by trade. It was someone I would like to buy. And clearly, it has an adapter, so you can use all your Canon glass with it. So I suspect if you're a Canon shooter, it's a bit of a no-brainer. You've got the adapter, you can use everything you've got, and I think it will handle very well alongside all their other cameras. It felt like a Canon camera, I was told. I actually quite liked it. The other thing I saw was the Sony camera, and I've had a couple of changes with that. I've already posted a little bit of that. A lot of glass, a lot more glass than Canon. Remember, this is the 3rd generation of the camera as opposed to Canon's 1st generation. And, well, it handled well, and I like the quality of it. Now, I think the Canon was easy to handle, but the Sony could be slightly better. It all depends on the quality of the images that's going to come out. But certainly, Canon are chasing Sony. Great lenses, nice to hold. Both cameras will do very well to use. The comment was, of course, that Sony is a chip manufacturer that are buying in German glass, Zeiss, and Canon is a camera manufacturer with lenses. So it really is 6 and half a dozen of the other. Nikon, well, I couldn't get to Nikon stand. It was too busy. They tend not to want to deal with people like me. I'm not quite sure. It looks good. It looks like a Nikon camera. I suspect it's very similar to the Sony and the Canon, but they do appear to have difficulty dealing with people like myself. So, Photokina was great. I enjoyed it as usual, but it was the last one for September. So, perhaps next May, the May after that, I'll see you in Photokina. So, Ideas of Photography, out.